All right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So a couple of days after getting iOS 26.5 Beta 3, I want to kind of give you my takeaways and tell you how it's been working and if you should actually update. So first thing, going under Settings, General, and About, you can see iOS 26.5 has a new build number for Beta 3 of 23F5059E. So the E does signify we're actually moving in the right direction, we didn't go backwards, and that this is really on track for release hopefully by the middle of May. One thing with this version that you will see is that there are truly no new features here. We did get a couple of new splash screens. We'll show you one of them, but the App Store and Apple TV apps did have new splash screens and Apple Maps as well, indicating and talking really more about the Apple ads that will be coming to Maps. Let's go ahead and talk about iPhone storage first and show you how this is working in Beta 3, because as you can see here, not a surprise, but take a look at this. iOS as a whole is now using 24.24 gigs, with 10 gigs still being for Apple Intelligence, and then 14.24 for the iOS itself. Now, Apple Intelligence being at 10 gigs, this is kind of how it's been now for the last couple of betas. Beta 1, we really thought we would see some new Siri updates or Apple Intelligence updates with the new Siri. However, this jumped at that point, but has stayed stable ever since, and well, we know how it turned out. We still do not have any new Siri updates. Now, system data. This is something that, as you would expect, is kind of all over the place, but with this beta, it is now back up to 22.6 gigabytes. As we know, this is cached data. This does kind of ebb and flow every update, every day, and now it is growing again. It was at about 18 during one of the betas, then it went to 20, now we're up to 22 and a half. So take that in mind, keep it in mind when you're updating if you have a smaller storage iPhone, because yeah, this is definitely going to eat up some data. Aside from that, also, we did see that there was a new modem firmware update. Now we're on 1.60.02. So if you are experiencing any connectivity issues, I'm hopeful that this will help resolve it. And so far, in the couple of days of using it, it has done just that. So cellular connection has been much more stable and has held on to a stronger signal. Aside from that, if you do actually like benchmarks, I did run quite a few on Geekbench. And as you can see here, we are somewhat in line with what we were prior. We now have, at least according to the most recent ones, a 9750 and a 9654 multi-core score, along with a 3811 and a 3859 single-core score. The original test I ran actually was the highest one, which is very strange because usually the first one I run does give us the lower scores because things are still re-indexing earlier in the betas. But here we go. You can see we actually had a 9869 and a 3820. So that 9869 multi-core score was the highest one we've seen. Keep that in mind. These do not tell the whole story all the time. I just wanted to let you guys know. And then, like I said, if we go into Maps, you can see now we do have that new pop-up talking more about Apple ads and says Maps may show local ads based on your approximate location, current search terms, or view of the map while you search. For your privacy, advertising information is not linked to your Apple account. So Apple is definitely setting up this beta for the full release and trying to monetize ads in Maps just like they do in the Apple Store. And if you're curious what it's going to look like, it will be somewhat similar to this. As you can see, it does say ad, and it will show you ads like this now in Maps. Aside from battery life too, battery life has been okay. I've actually experienced more battery issues with WatchOS 26.5 Beta 3 than I have with iOS. My battery on my watch is definitely draining significantly faster than it has. This is an Ultra 3 as well, so keep that in mind if you're thinking about updating to WatchOS. Performance has been great, but battery life has not. If you also want to go in to our calendar here, let's talk about what the release date's going to be like. since we did just get this beta 2 days ago, it does seem like we are going to be on a weekly release cycle now. So I think it's safe to assume on the 27th, next Monday, possibly even Tuesday, just depending on how Apple releases it. My money is on the 27th though. We should receive the next beta. And then after that, I do think on the 4th we'll get the RC, and then the 11th for the final public release, which will put us right in the middle of the May timeframe. If Apple discovers more bugs or something happens, I think this could come out at the latest on May 18th. So not that much longer to wait. However, keep in mind again, there is no new Siri integration here. There really is truly no new updates aside from RCS end-to-end encryption being back and things of that nature, but there's not too much new in 0.5. Battery life, like I said, has been good. I do have 100% max capacity still with 191 cycles. And as you can see, throughout the last couple of days, I have used the phone pretty significantly and have had no warnings for outliers of battery usage app, which is good to see since we were experiencing that prior. I will take that all day long. Same here, you can see 7 hours and 39 minutes or 38 minutes, and then 8 hours and 38 minutes of screen active time the last couple of days. So yeah, definitely a good sign. I'm looking forward to seeing how Beta 4 performs. And while we're definitely disappointed that there are not a lot of new features here, the performance updates were needed, especially coming from Beta 2, where even just unlocking and loading the home screen layout, it would not give us smooth animations. That bounce did not exist. It just kind of flashed. It was like a frame was missing. So that's really it for Beta 3. Let me know in the comments down below how you are liking it if you downloaded it. If you're having issues, comment what device you're using and what issues they are so we can crowdsource information and help everyone out. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.